rose to the responsibility. The moment we are right, I tell you, God is going to solve our problem and make us leaders of our generation. This is Idiong Ebong of AKS. God bless you all. I love you.
Thank you very much, parliamentarian, for setting the ground rolling. God bless you too. Of course, parliamentarian Idiong Ebong always reiterating the need for us as Kwaibomites, as Nigerians, to rise up to a responsibility and allow the instrumentality of the spiritual being to guide our every steps and our action. Of course, we are talking about the comments coming from the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Umoino, when it comes to divisive sentiment that has been whipped up over time to divide Akwa Ibom. I mean, we're not forgetting the fact that the Senate President is under the platform of the APC, and the Governor of Akwa Ibom State is of the PDP. And one thing Governor Pastor Umoino has been consistent with saying, and some of the direction and comments and of course actions he's taken so far shows the governor's commitment to building alliance across party lines. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the plenary.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Abba calling from you.
You have the floor.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I'm not hearing you, but I believe you are hearing me.
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, let me thank God that keep the 2 heroes that we have in Nigeria. First of all, former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Ebong Victor Dan. Today is the birthday, just clocked 85 years. With Goodluck Jonathan, former president, he just clocked 66 years. So those are the 2 heroes that keep the legacy for the politicians to follow. If they like to follow, if they don't like to follow, they forget about it. And the issue of grant concerning our governor working hand to hand with the Senate President, he have already said that it doesn't matter whether PDP or APC, as far as that person is a Akwa Ibom son, and is ready to work with that person, both the national and the state, in any portfolio that person can handle. So at least, if we can able to do that, and I have already showed the legacy of doing it, I believe that we are going to have a good thing that come up from federal to the state, so that we can move Akwa Ibom State forward. That is my take this morning. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, thank you very much, Parliamentarian Black Boy. Those comments are very much reiterated in the comments coming from the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and of course the governor. I mean, at this point in time, having suffered so much for a long time, they say the people that God has blessed have seen light. Why should we be the ones killing the lights that has been given to us? Good morning. Welcome to the plenary.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. I'm my manager, leaders of the parliament.
Welcome.
Mr. Speaker, it shows a concern anywhere. I don't want to believe it is because the traditional institution decided, good part number of them decided to join politics. If they have remained with their institution and know what is going on, they should do the right thing and allow politics to come into their system. Politics destroy them, and politics will destroy this because they have allowed themselves to use politicians. Why? They're supposed not to do that. They are the pastoral, the custom. We should allow the way the traditional institution to continue that way. If we have taken that turn, when it is another person, you should not try to look for how you want to detain you. What are we going to do with all these titles? What has this title got to do with our state or as an individual? Whether you are the supreme leader, what has supreme leader got to do with you as a person? Just name. You want to celebrate that name. And after that, what follows? What has it brought to the state in the first place? What has the supreme leader brought to your family? So this is purely politics. It's not for the interest of this state. They should allow this institution to run smoothly the way God wants it. This state is about politics. They are somebody you had to stay for 4 years. When it is 2 years, why can't you just leave for God's allow this thing to repeat. We will go to Oran, we will go to Sorry, we will go to all the local government that has to do with this thing. There's somebody going to remain dwelling than life. It is not possible. There's no way you can be in the stage forever. You can't be on the stage forever. Definitely, you must leave the stage. So, why all this? Why should they allow all these things to bring problems in the state that is so peaceful a state? I don't know what way they are thinking. A whole lot of them, they don't do the right thing. Mr. Speaker, I can recall one of the, I don't want to mention them, one of the Karamangola. A cow was even you again as a Karamangola. We will go to this. The man was as if, I don't even know how to put it. So some of them, they are greedy.
Thank you very much. Allegations on the traditional institutions, the greed, party politics getting in the way, and of course, and asked me to remove you in the event that you are no longer, romancing with them as you should have, or as the romance, or when the romance goes, sir, those same people who are clapping for you will be the ones who come to me and say, remove this person as the paramount ruler or the traditional ruler in my locale, in my local government or my locality or my community. So is a call across boards for traditional institutions and the minders of the system to move away from politics. Good morning, parliamentarian. Welcome to the plenary.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Speaker. Happy New Week to you.
Happy New Week, parliamentarian.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Speaker. Happy New Week to you.
Yes, parliamentarian. Good morning. Happy New Week. Welcome.
Thank you. Well, I just want to lend my voice on one topic I want to really emphasize here. The topic I want to bring to the fore is actually that ever since our governor came on board, I think I've seen that synergy. Over time, I really understood the very personality of His Excellency, Pastor Mobasi. He is one man that is so dogged to really revitalize the state. It has brought about that synergy from the national to the state. And even yesterday, what we actually saw was quite unprecedented, I tell you. So I really want to crave for the moment I will see many others, the past governors, the past governor even come together, him, the president and the senate president together, sitting on one table. I'll crave for that very moment, that very day. Thank you for having me.
Thanks you very much, parliamentarian, for joining us. Well, you're not alone on that table, parliamentarian. The generality of Akwa Ibomites, forward-thinking people, of course, not people who are taken to blackmail or divisive sentiments. They all want to see a state where all of our past leaders, from Architect Obongota to Godswill Okpabio to Udobi Manuel and now Governor Pastor Umoino, and other stakeholders will come together, always, sit on the same table, dine and wine on the same table, discuss Akwa Ibom agenda, Akwa Ibom advancement, Akwa Ibom development. That is the mindset of Akwa Ibomites, and all right-thinking individuals should follow in the same pattern. I mean, until we get to this point, we cannot say that we have united as a people. And then, of course, there's also a question of collective responsibility and collaboration by politicians speaking for Akwa Ibom State. Federal level, the House of Rep members, 10 of them in the numbers, the senators, 3 in the numbers, 13 of them coming together to push forward one single agenda, that is the Akwa Ibom Development Blueprint, or the Akwa Ibom Development Agenda, where after elections, politics is put in place or put aside, and then, of course, the question of governance and the issue of governance in the interest of Akwa Ibomites are being prioritized, and that is concerned, every other personal sentiment from party to individual to region is buried and the state interest comes up. Until we get to that point, many have said we might not necessarily get to where we are headed as a state, and particularly at this point where we have the blessings of the Almighty to have the number 3 indigene of the number 3 person in Nigeria as an indigene of Akwa Ibom State. We should definitely utilize this opportunity to our collective growth and development. That's the conversation we're having this morning. Of course, it's a conversation that is shared, is a shared responsibility, is a shared conversation, and it calls for a shared responsibility to project the right image, and of course, continue to call for mental shift and attitudinal reorientation as against bringing down our people and our leaders to actually promoting, the convergence of these leaders at one table for a collective growth. But we'll take a short pause here and head out for a first recess. We'll be bringing you the news update at 9. Of course, after that, we'll be bringing you a few commercials. When we return from our first recess, the People's Parliament will continue. And of course, when we come back, we'll be looking at the International Men's Day and issues surrounding men. Of course, the theme for this year is zero suicide. A lot of people are committing suicide, and we'll have to look at why and how to stem the tide. Stay with us on the floor of the People's Parliament. We'll be right back.